to talk about some points for beginning riders here as well. When you're turning, there's a couple of techniques that you can use to help you corner a turn, and it's going to save you from injury or meeting a car face on perhaps. More on the right hand turn. I know some of you may have seen the bullet bikes, you know, ninjas and whatever kind of style bikes racing, and you see the guys in the full Teflon, and they kind of put their legs out. So I don't know if you can see it, you know, putting a leg out like that kind of, and they lean. And what that actually does, I mean, for me, to explain it in just layman's terms, being an offshore fisherman for several years, working lobster boats, working longline tuna boats, when you're on a dragger, you run a net out, you know, about a half mile to a mile behind you, and you have these doors that come out and hold the net open. The first thing you do, though, is you drop the birds, and they kind of come down. They're on a shaft, a pivotal arm, and then they sink down into the water, and they're kind of like an arrow shape. What those do is they could keep the boat from rocking up and down on either side as much, so you don't flip over because of the draft of the line in the water and the weight. Oh, that's not good. Pop the chain. So basically it's the same principle. What you're doing is you're creating a stabilizer. And if you only had one of those in the water and your boat is the center point, you know, that would leave the other side able to jostle around quite a bit. So what I found, not only leaning, usually when I'm going around the left-hand corner, I tend to just be able to lean. I think it has something to do with NASCAR going in one direction. Hopefully you guys can get a chuckle out of that. But yeah, so your right side, I always kind of try to lean my leg out a little bit to act as more of a weight to bring me over to that side. Now that said, I have the camera on and I can't really show you, but I'm going to try to post a couple of links if I can find something with relevance. Wherever you look, that's where you're going to go. If you throw a baseball or something at somebody, you always aim for the eyes, you're going to hit the hand. If you're looking ahead and down and you turn, like I just did, you can see when I put my wheel in, it goes pretty easily, it goes pretty quick. If I look ahead, it's not as pronounced. I'm still looking off to the side, but I'm not looking down. So you want to kind of try to keep eye contact with traffic as much as possible anyway. But I know there's a few guys out there that have left some pointers over the past few days on just basic operation. As far as back pressure, you don't want to force the motor too much. I'm not gonna lie, at times when I'm coming down a hill, you know, I will let the motor just continue to run to keep some of the forward momentum down. What I try to do though is, in doing that, is just feather the gas just off the bottom of the throttle, just the tiniest little bit. So that keeps the RPMs from snapping, kind of. The gas is still going to be there, but you're not really raising the RPM up, maybe, you know, less than a couple hundred, 200-300, half a thousand RPMs. But it's just enough to feather that punch back and forth off of the I don't know if I'm just making any sense here to you guys. I'm sorry if I'm just rambling on. Hopefully you can follow me some on this. Let's see, what else is there? Well, I wanted to discuss that in further detail. I'm not really good at explaining stuff, and hopefully you can at least somewhat understand what I'm saying if you're a new or inexperienced rider. The other thing that I did want to talk about was just taking off. You can see now I've been pedaling for some time. I'm probably going 4 or 5 miles an hour. I can bump start this and go, but I know I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, every time I let go of the clutch, the motor dies. Well, I don't understand that really. I mean, it's gonna have some grab. It should, unless there's a problem with something electronic, or yeah, electrical misfiring, your engine should come to life. This takes a little bit of time to catch sometimes, but yeah, you gotta give it a little bit of gas and maybe go with it, you know, help it get started. If every time you let off the clutch and it's just dying and you're coming to a lurching halt, you have to, I'm not sure why that's happening, but something that you gotta do that you're not doing. And I really just can't explain it any further than that, other than maybe trying to do it myself and help someone. So anyway, hey guys, I'm gonna finish this ride up here. Hope you've enjoyed the chat, and see you in a few minutes. 29. Oh, going too fast. Slow down. I just wanted to hit that little speed trap, not to try to all out top it out, but to try to check the GPS and make sure that it's in line with what it's telling me. Yeah, I just wanted to say something else here too. Had thought of it halfway up the hill. Usually I come flying up there. I had actually let off the throttle because it's a really steep hill and I know this motor will keep going. But your engine at the low end is where your torque is, where your more climbing power is than your higher top speed, where you're just kind of going with the upper rotation. So if you come to a big hill, you don't have to worry about getting up at top speed. You can go up it halfway, you know, with a pretty good throttle and then let back off of the throttle, and you should be able to climb right up, keep going just at a lower RPM. If it's, you know, something that's really going to overload the bike, you'll be able to tell, but anyhow, just another little whatever. As Leonard said, keep preaching the gospel of motorized bikes, so hopefully that helps someone. Gas is going back up. I gotta save every little bit I can these days. Godspeed, friends.